Hey, I'm in a car, and today I'm going to tell you all about the 10 truths that you must accept in order to build real confidence in yourself. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Arielle. This is Feeling My Feelings, where I finally feel my feelings after years of dissociating from them. And today we are talking about how to build authentic confidence. Real, not fake, confidence. And in order to do that, you gotta accept a couple of things. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so number one, you create your own confidence. You are the builder of your confidence. So what that means is no one else can be confident for you. You have to be confident for yourself. That's great though, because that means that no one can tell you that you're not confident. However, they will get a feeling that you aren't if you yourself don't believe it. Also, keep in mind that self-confidence is from you. It is not Bob and Sherry's confidence. It is not the world or the universe's confidence. It is all you, baby. I'm walking down the street. It's kind of noisy. But okay, the second thing you have to do is unlearn things that made you feel less confident. The patterns that are keeping you stuck and keeping you from feeling more confident. I would say you have to get over your insecurities, but in reality, we can't always get rid of our insecurities fully. Also, we should never wait until we get over things. We get over things, we face our insecurities by being confident. So, what are some ways that we are blocking ourselves from cultivating confidence? What are some bad patterns and limiting beliefs? Well, that's saying things like, I'd love to be a singer, but nobody likes my voice. Well, then that just means you're going to sing by yourself for the rest of your life. It seems as though that's something we want to break out of in order to finally be able to do what we love. In order to let go of old patterns and unlearn all your limiting beliefs, just step in and start doing things. Get out of your comfort zone. Take a leap. And also put in the reps. It's not going to be perfect the first time, but you'll feel relieved after the first time you do something. So let go, unlearn, and build your confidence. Hey, I'm at the beach. It's also noisy here. Extremely noisy. But you have to accept that people will disagree with you. They might even hate you. The thing is, they might not be confident themselves. So we have to be confident enough to accept when people aren't in love with us. Which is weird because, like, what's not to love? Aren't we super lovable? Well, the thing is, a lot of people will be triggered by others because they represent some unhealed part of them. So no matter what personality type you are, whether you're introverted, extroverted, whatever, it's gonna bring up emotions from another person. And no matter how hard you try to get someone to like you, maybe it will not work just because they haven't been able to be self-aware and hear out the part of them that needs to be healed. So it's important that we know how to react when someone is not our best friend. So a lot of people end up either dimming their lights, quieting themselves, becoming shy in response to people that don't like them. A lot of other people turn into being very defensive, being very self-protective, being so much in survival mode, or bending over backwards to try to get someone to like them. This doesn't feel confident. This feels very driven by, I have to do something because I care this much about what someone else thinks. To cultivate and build real confidence, we have to let go of what people think, but we can agree to disagree and respect them and allow them to deal with stuff themselves. So true self-confidence is then not about other people at all. It is about yourself and how much you can trust yourself, rely on yourself, build a sense of safety in yourself. It's crazy because a lot of us try to find confidence from external things, and from avoiding things that other people tell you not to do, and from correcting things that may even be natural and maybe a talent in us. Like, I have had people who have made me feel bad because of the shape of my eyebrows or my eyes, or because I'm too shy. And then, people get picked on because of their weight or whatever is going on. People are stupid, but why is it that we think that to build self-confidence, we need to pick at ourselves first? You can't hate yourself into becoming confident. That doesn't seem to make sense. It seems as though we have to accept ourselves for our natural features, traits, and wherever we're at right now. Yeah, we may even not be a confident person yet. We may have made mistakes. We may have not achieved all our goals. That's where the confidence comes in. You have to be able to be confident and self-accepting in yourself. You have to be a safe, trusted space. If you create healthy self-esteem, healthy view of yourself, you will build confidence. Confidence looks different depending on your personality type. So let's take introverts, extroverts, and the in-betweeners. As someone who leans slightly more introverted, but in all honesty is very much in between, I tend to run somewhat quieter than the latter person. And for a while, I used to have such an insecurity about how quiet I appeared. And especially whenever someone, especially when they were latter, would call me out on it. Why are you so quiet, Arielle? Are you scared? And wouldn't you know it, I want to slap them in the fucking face. But we learned how to react differently. And also, you have to know that there's such thing as quiet confidence. There's such thing as just not needing to be loud, but being well enough in yourself internally that you feel confident. Also note that there's basically internal and external confidence. There are people who are really confident in their own sort of internal world. This is who I am. I'm very confident about how I like to develop my morals and values. I'm very confident about how I perceive things, about how I view things, about how I deal with my own feelings. Maybe I'm not as confident in how I interact with other people because I don't know if I trust their thoughts and feelings. I don't know if I trust how they're going to react. However, that external confidence and that interaction with others is the type of confidence that I'm working on. While there's a lot of other people who are very great, very confident externally, socially, but when it comes to their own thoughts and feelings and self-awareness about why they react in the way that they are reacting, and they don't always feel confident in going within. So there are people who need to work on internal confidence. Both things, very important. Oftentimes, we get into conflict over who's better. You need both. And it's okay. We ebb and flow. We have different degrees, spectrums, so just know it's a process. People love to be around confident people because they make them feel safe and relaxed. Also, some people like to be around confident people because they need direction and they need to cling on to someone to tell them what to do. And so here's the thing. We gotta be careful with how we yield our confidence, okay? And how we respond to confident people. Sometimes this is on autopilot. A lot of the times we will automatically pick on the nervous, anxious person and automatically favor the confident person. Why? Because we're human. We don't have time to psychoanalyze what's really going on here. We need to move about our lives. So honestly, we end up needing to be externally confident in order for things to just keep moving, in order for things to be efficient, and to make other people feel secure. So Here's the thing. Let's be self-aware. There are really confident people who can, sway us in a way that has a little less moral value. There are really anxious people who do retain a lot of good morals and values, but may not appear confident. Be a bit more discerning, but also make an effort to be confident in yourself around others so that people don't have to question you. Confidence is vital. However, if it's not backed up by good moral decision making, it's not necessarily always a good thing. So obviously we see this in politics. We see this in high school with everyone loving the popular kids, but them in turn being kind of mean to us. We don't want to follow people who are just really good at things. We want to follow people who are really good at things and help other people for good reasons. So yeah, there are tons of really confident, really capable people. And unfortunately, the world has made us feel like, oh, okay, that's always great. However, we've been known that really confident, capable people can still be as horrible as the rest of us. So keep in mind that to be authentically real and confident, it's got to be backed up by good, integrous behavior. Okay, we've been known this, but all that surface level stuff doesn't necessarily equal confidence. You got a great Instagram page. You went on really expensive trips. You bought all your things. Good for you. You worked hard. However, there's a lot of people who really need that stuff to feel confident. And without it, they don't know how. So, while all that stuff is great and can be a way that you can channel your confidence, if you are proud of what you've done and you want to show it and share it and help other people do it, of course, that is great. However, your sense of confidence is something that you should be able to build based on things other than those things, because you are more than just that. Embrace and nurture the hard parts of you in order to become self-confident. Honestly, this is more so self-love and healing your inner child, but I think that's helpful because a lot of us want to be confident, during day-to-day things that are coming at us. A deeper level of full self-confidence is also being able to look at your own traumas, look at what may still be weighing down on you, what may be feeding into patterns that are making you react in ways that don't appear confident. It is really important to be able to look within, be self-aware, and allow yourself to nurture yourself, to sit with your insecurities, to sit with those long-standing insecurities that you've had from really core traumas. I know for me, I always had this issue with having my authentic voice out there for other people to see. A way that I've started to get over it is to allow myself to start creating, have a platform, even if I don't seem perfect right away. Also, I'm allowing myself to have some grace with my trauma responses. A lot of the times, even though I have the intention of, okay, I'm not going to respond or react or feel insecure, it still happens. But I'm more aware of it and I keep tabs on it. And I give myself the grace and the space to have reactions without harming other people in my own space, and allowing myself to work through these hard things. And in turn, that allows me to feel more self-reliant and more confident in that, like a previous truth, in building self-trust, in building my ability to feel safe with myself. And in order to build self-confidence, it seems like we need the confidence in our ability to be compassionate, to be loving, to be respectful over all things. I think if you're also confident in all those things in yourself, then you won't appear like you're always anxious around people, always afraid that you know, for me, like, oh, you're gonna do some public speaking. Everyone's gonna make fun of you. Everyone's gonna look at you blankly. Everyone's gonna attack you, gonna hate you. Maybe some things aren't that extreme. Maybe I should give people the benefit of the doubt and think, maybe they're not that bad. However, just keep in mind, we end up reacting this way because we're so used to the narratives that others should be feared. Now, those others might be feared, but how can we anchor ourselves in our self-confidence and in our compassion and be confident enough to know that we can react to those people without living in fear all the time? Reacting in compassion and in love and living that way is a lot more confident and strong and courageous than it is to always live through fear and being on defense mode and always living in survival. I heard Aaron Doughty talk about this once. Aaron Doughty is amazing. He talks about spirituality, a lot of inner child healing stuff, and big YouTuber. Go check him out if you haven't already. And he pointed out something really poignant that I carry with me now, that I don't always do perfectly, but I try to remember as an anchor. And that is, the whole world at the end of the day is trying to look for love and compassion. We're born unconditionally loving. We learned how to be really scared of each other. We learned to constantly be in reaction to each other. We learned that other people are unsafe. And then we created conflicts, and then shit keeps going down, things don't get solved, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, what solves all of that? Compassion, understanding, creating safety, creating unconditional love, or at least respect for other people. So at the end of the day, we did all this stuff in our life as we grew up, only to come back to our core, like, almost unconditioned, like, newborn baby self, which is the self that just recognized everybody as unconditionally, like, non-problematic, that recognized that didn't have a sense of fear of others yet. And although it is still naive to, you know, be super kumbaya with everybody, when you truly look at everything, the solution to most things is having compassion. You are on the right path. Don't you worry. Peace and love. Bye-bye.